forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to eating it at the end of the show when we get to taste test Dr. Barbecue's creations.
Favorite part. So could you protect yourself today if you needed to?
Yeah, well, a lot of us are thinking about that today. Fox 13's Ken Suarez says that he could, if he needed to stand up for himself, he could do it. He's getting some lessons in martial arts today in Lakeland. Hey, Ken.
Hey, let me talk about my mama, first of all. She told me never to play with knives, as yours probably did, but guess what? I am today. I'm playing with it, but the guys behind me, they are training, and they are doing it the right way. It's a martial art where obviously you can protect yourself with knives. They also deal with poles and all kinds of other stuff. We're going to be finding out why it's important to learn how to protect yourself in this day and age, and how they do it using techniques like this. Let me show you. The guy in charge over here who's fighting with one of his students is highly trained. Don't understand the system, but he's got like every black sash on the face of the planet because he has traveled all over the world. As a matter of fact, he has trained with all these people, a whole wall of different professionals, including folks in China, and next month he is going to be going to Korea to train. I'm going to need a lot more training than that, but they're going to work me over and see how I do. Oh, okay. In the meantime, if you want to sign up, if you want to play with knives, just let me know.
Hopefully they'll be gentle as they work you over there, Ken, and yeah, that's a pretty serious knife you've got.
Yeah, gentle is not going to come into the picture, I don't think.
No, nothing gentle about this. All right, Ken Suarez showing us a different spin on martial arts. Well, we sure will. Yeah, up next, if you had to protect yourself, could you? Well, up next, Ken Suarez getting a lesson in the ancient techniques of martial arts. Watch out.
And if you're getting ready to head out, good way to get in shape, not to mention build a little self-confidence and, of course, learn how to protect yourself.
We are talking about filling in for Chip Brewster. It's a good way to get in shape. But no, Ken Suarez is filling in for Chip. He's in Lakeland learning the ancient Chinese arts of self-protection. Ken.
Chris, I thought it was kind of interesting. You mentioned that they're going to teach me some techniques, but you were showing the guys, and they were fast as lightning. Well, obviously, I'm not going to get that good because those are the pros. The reason why they are so professional and so polished is because of this guy. This is Sifu Justin. He is the founder of the place and quite a pro. I mean, I don't understand the whole belt system, but I understand that you pretty much are world level stuff.
Yeah, the cool part about it is that I've had an opportunity to train in about 15 different countries. We're actually the hub for the World Wing Chun Athletic Association here for the entire southeast border of the United States. So we have people that come from all over, from Deltona to all the way Bradenton, Sarasota, to learn the complete system.
So we're both holding these knives. Explain the derivation. Where do they come from?
Sure. So the swords basically... Yeah, the butterfly swords, they were basically used to go ahead and be concealed. If you needed them, you could go ahead and pull them out. But before that, it's kind of like the original concealed carry. You could keep them on you, and then if you were attacked or something happened, you'd be able to pull them out and then immediately split them apart. But they were also used basically as fisherman tools as well. You could basically hack the head off of a fish, gut it, things along those lines. But the Shaolin Temple used them as well.
I was going to say, you teach this technique, but you also teach poles. You teach not only young guys like this, but older people, women, kids. Who are you shooting for and who should come in and learn this kind of stuff?
Sure. So anybody that's looking to protect basically their family, look to protect basically those that they care about and love, that's the biggest thing. If you want to, make sure that you can get in and out of a bad situation quick, this is basically what you should be looking at. It's not really for tournaments. It's not really for point sparring. It's to get in and out of a bad situation real quick.
Now, this is pretty high-level stuff, but I think a lot of people are into the kickboxing thing these days. You teach that as well.
We do, and it's not just about the cardiovascular. Even though we do the strength training, the cardiovascular, we're teaching people how to actually use it, how to apply it, and to do those combinations as well.
These guys are really kind of amazing. They're young, but older folks, maybe even like me, could learn some techniques.
Absolutely. So I have people basically as old as 79 years old coming in here to train, and then I teach kickboxing to kids as young as 3 years old.
Can you show us how you would use the swords when Mike comes back over here? Explain to me how these things are used, because I have one of them, but you actually use two, right?
We do. So if I go ahead and bring one of my instructors over here, Garrett Brumfield from Tampa, if the guy basically goes to attack inward and I go to come basically off, I can immediately attack in. Same deal if he goes to attack forward, I can then cut and move inward. Same thing if we go ahead and we basically trade spots just to kind of give you a different look. I can escape basically off of the side, stop basically, and immediately move in. So it allows me that as he moves in and I cut off and I hit basically from here, I can redirect and immediately move in. If you notice basically right here, those are kind of the original brass knuckles. You can hit somebody basically in the face or let all of the weight basically drop down towards the end. And even when they're not sharpened, they're dangerous.
So you do competitions. When you do competition, are you actually whacking the other people with the swords?
No, most of the competitions that we do participate in are going to be continuous sparring or full contact sanda. There's not really any competition for swords or long pole, mainly just because of the fact that it can get dangerous. So as you notice, basically with my assistant, he was kind of, geared up.
So bottom line is we saw hand-to-hand combat, we saw using the swords, but coming up we're going to see how you use one of these things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the dragon pole, otherwise known as the long pole, we're going to go ahead and come back to that and show you some more.
Just don't beat me up, okay?
Oh,
Just
no.
make me look good on television. You can whack me around a little bit, but don't leave any bruises. That's always the rule, right?
Well, yeah,
Never leave bruises.
we always say no face shots. No, protect the moneymaker, right, Ken? Got to protect the moneymaker there.
Thanks, Ken.
Sure.
I don't know if you fully agree with that.
Ken Suarez putting himself in danger again.
He will take any assignment, and today Ken is the test dummy at a martial arts school.
I am feeling a little bit feisty. I have not had time to train, but I think just hanging out with these guys, I'm absorbing some of the technique. I'm going to take on somebody. I might as well go for the big man, right? If I go like this, if you think that's bad, the worst is yet to come. Don't go away.
Parents.
I
why
never
did
thought
you
we'd get to this
say
day
that?
where people don't know what VHS is. Yeah.
Well, last we saw Ken, he was in the middle of a sword fight with some knives that looked real.
Yeah. He's with the guys at Lakeland, Sifu. Okay, Ken, I can't say this. Sifu Chun? Sifu Chun. Right?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Yes, because you're there.
Originally, I was saying Chung, like Chung with a G, and then no, it's only Chun. But bottom line is, no matter how you say it, it is a really cool thing to experience. You know, in the old days, they used to say you put up your dukes in a bar fight. Well, we saw people going hand to hand. We also saw people using swords. Now we're going to see people using this thing, a pole. And we're welcoming back Justin, who is the master of this place. It looks that it's a very well-used pole you've got there.
Oh yeah, so we like to train a lot. These are actually from the swords interacting with the long pole. So when we're fighting swords versus long pole, it makes a lot of marks basically on these things.
So when you hit someone with this, do you hit the sword or do you hit the person, or what do you do? What do you aim for?
So we're aiming basically straight for their body. We may be trying to attack the head, the body, the legs. And the person with the long pole or the swords is literally trying to defend themselves. And with the swords, they're trying to move in closer. With the long pole, they can try to move in closer, or they can keep their distance and try to attack from a distance.
Now, Mark has all kinds of gear on that I don't think he had on before. So is this more dangerous? He's got the mouth guard going on. He's got the helmet and all kinds of padding.
Well, again, see, if Mark goes to go ahead and attack in, I'm attempting to make sure that I block across, come basically down, break it out, and I could be going towards his legs, his face, the back of his head. I could be kicking down basically from here. If he goes to attack inward, I may be trying to attack towards his head. So as he goes low, I'm going to be checking. Well, sometimes they break.
How much did that cost you?
Well, it's the cost of training.
Ah.
So again, if he goes to attack low, I'm going to go ahead and basically check from here. I may go for his leg. I may go basically for his face and then follow basically from there. Again, vital areas that we're trying to hit out, but when we're practicing, shins, hands, wrists, body, face, throat, while keeping, of course, our distance. And this builds up not only your body for strength training, but also your dexterity and your reflexes as well. So you may not own one of these, but it's kind of like, who's going to go ahead and use a barbell out on the street? Well, you're not. You're going to use that to build your body up.
These were originally used by Chinese fishermen?
So yes, originally the long pole was traded to our Wing Chun system by another master, and they had used basically the long pole for self-defense. You can use it to push basically a boat out, just kind of like a gondola, but you can also use it just in case someone tries to attack you and you need to keep them at a distance.
Now, these people have been trained. Mark, can I borrow this just for 1 second? I know that you've got all the gear on. I have nothing on. Well, I have my clothes on, but no protective gear. Can you show me how you hold it and what you do?
Sure, absolutely. So let's go ahead and let's just take it from here. We're going to take our right hand basically here. We're going to take our left hand
How
here.
come you look cooler than I do? Like a lot.
And let's just say that we wanted to hit somebody in the head with it. And
Getting
again,
the mean face going on.
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to. If you don't make the noises and get the face going,
I
how are they
shouldn't
gonna
whimper,
know?
right?
No.
Okay, we're ready to go.
So you're gonna hit them basically in the head.
Hit 'em.
Now let's say we wanted to break their toes. Hit basically straight down on the
Yeah.
ground. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna break the face,
Break the face.
break the toes.
And you know what? I didn't break any teeth. I didn't break any bones. I'm not sure that I could really defend myself, but you can always come back and learn that kind of stuff. But I had fun in the meantime, so that is a good thing. And met some really cool people.
Yeah, and
There you go.
you look good doing it too. You look official holding them to long pole
please.
there. Very
Chris,
nice.
don't tell fibs on the air. I don't look good, but I appreciate it very much.
Well, you were convincing. I believe you could defend yourself. I'm not going to mess with you. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Thanks, Ken. We are
Good.
back right
Linda,
after
the
this.
same?
Oh, yes, you looked good. You looked great, Ken.
Right
Okay.
after this, we get to
I
try.
meant the messing with me.
Yeah, no, of course Linda wouldn't mess with you. Okay, we're going to try Dr.